back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia, and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today is going to be my first update for my project pan. Compared to my pan those eyeshadows, I have done really well in this project, and I've got a couple of empties. We'll be rolling some new stuff in, and we have some progress on the other stuff as well. So if you don't know what I did for this project, it was a rolling 10, so I will always have 10 products in this project, but there are so many different ways that you can do it. I just decided that this would be the best way for me. I like to do projects. I don't have a massive makeup collection, maybe to compare to some other people that you do watch for project pans. I don't want it to get to that point, so I want to try and use the stuff I've got before it goes off. I'm going to show you the product, and then what I will do is at the end I will show you what I'm rolling in. I'm filming this a little bit later, so apologies if I'm not looking the best right now. I've been working all day and I needed to get this filmed because today is the day I film my update. So I have my book here which goes into detail about the products that I've been using. So like I said, I've been using 10. I also have all the products to the side here. Okay, so you would have already seen an update on one of them, but I'm going to start from the beginning on what I've got written down on my piece of paper. So we're starting off with the first thing, and this was the Kiko Radiant Boost. Now there is some things I have taken pictures of. Stuff like this I haven't, just because we can clearly see a line here. So for something that has a pan or something that I need to show progress on, I have taken a picture and I will put it on either side. I don't know which one I'll put it on, but either one. So we was here, so there wasn't that much left, and I finished this. This has gone, and that is bittersweet because this was the oldest primer in my collection, but at the same time it was one of my favourites, and I'm trying to hold off buying it because I have so many primers at the minute, but I have a feeling I'm going to miss this. But it did need to get used up, and like I said, we didn't have a lot left, so I'll be rolling in something new in the place of this. And I used this 18 times before it was finished, so I did use this pretty much nearly every time I did my makeup until it was finished. And yeah, like I said, I love this product and I will definitely be repurchasing it in the future. I'm hoping that Kiko aren't going to discontinue this because it is currently on sale on their website, and I feel like I want to buy it. I don't know, maybe I should, because it is on sale and I'm worried about that. So yeah, I'll have a look to see the price, see if it's worth it, but I love this. Sad to see it's go, but I'm glad I've got some progress on it. Okay, so the next thing is this, and this is the Kiko Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation. So I was here, and if you saw my empties for January, I did finish this. I finished this towards the end of January, and I'm glad to see this go. I was working on this last year in my project pan as well. It wasn't the correct shade for me, but I made it work. But it just wasn't a foundation I liked. It was one when I touched my face, which I'm guilty of doing that quite a lot. Please don't say I'm the only one, but it transferred, and it transferred a lot, and I just wanted to get it out. It was one of the oldest foundations in my collection as well, so yeah, it was okay. I won't go ahead and repurchase it, but I did use this 9 times before it was done. Like I said, it was in a project last year as well, so it did take a couple of months to finish it when I was focusing on it. This was really liquidy, as it suggests, liquid skin, but it was really liquidy, so I felt like maybe that might have been why I was able to get through it as fast as I did. But when I say as fast as I did, I didn't necessarily get through it that fast because I started properly working on it in October, and I was about here. It's out, it's done, we'll be rolling something new in. Okay, the next thing I have is this, and this is the NYX Matte Bronzer. This used to be one of my favourite drugstore bronzers for a long time. It's not bad now. I've found other bronzers that I do prefer, but I still like it, and this one does pull off a little bit more red toned, I would say, so if you're not into that, I wouldn't suggest buying this, but you can still buy this. And my goal for this was to hit pan on it, and I hit pan. I'm so excited. It's only the littlest bit of pan, but when I look at this here, hopefully you can see a little bit better in the picture, but I can see pretty much the rim of the pan. I don't know if you can see there, but I can pretty much see the rim of the pan for like pretty much all out of here. This might maybe go back into my project eventually, but at this moment in time I'm wanting to work on something else. But I'm so glad I've hit pan. I was so close, and I was worried I wasn't going to be able to reach it in this update, and I was like, oh, I really wanted to. And then the other day, I think Monday, it's Wednesday when I'm filming this, I hit pan, and I was like, yes, I've done it. Now, this isn't the oldest bronzer in my collection, but it was one that I wanted to try and work on, so I'm glad I've hit pan. And I used this 19 times. This is a bronzer I've had in my collection for a long time, so I have used it throughout the years, but it took me from the start of this 19 times to hit pan. I like it. It is very red toned and it is also quite pigmented. I've hit my goal on another thing, so we can move something else in. Okay, let's talk about something that is going to be my project all year, most probably. I'm talking about this, and this is the MAC blush in Flare Power. Now, one thing I will say is after this year, I'm going to be getting rid of this blush. It's really old. I'm not going to say how old. Just trust me when I say it's old. And I feel like this is maybe the last year I want to use it, therefore I want to focus on it and really get use. So this is what it looks like now. So looking at this, it has got more progress than what it was when I first started. I did have to do the whole tape trick because it did have a little bit of hard pan when I finally started using it. But as soon as I did that tape trick, it was really, really pigmented. So I have used this 20 times. What I'm trying to do with project panning, because I found it really difficult, I think, in January to just try and find that happy medium of like using stuff in my collection still and project panning. And what I've decided is on a weekend I will use the other stuff in my collection like a little treat, and then throughout the week I will use my project pan stuff. I found that's working at the minute. I mean, obviously I can still use the project pan stuff on a weekend if I want. I found that works for me. So I used this 20 times and I am starting to see some progress. Hopefully you can in the pictures as well, but this is definitely going to be in for pretty much all of the year, most probably. My goal on this was to hit pan. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it, but like I said, this is going to be a product that after this year it's just old, and I feel like by the end of this year it will be too old to be putting on my face. So that is staying in. Another one which surprised me actually, because I had a quite big dip in it and I thought I might have been able to reach somewhere, but to me it looks the exact same, is this, and this is the Smashbox highlighting palette. I mean, I always say this, but I don't know if you can see, but look at that packaging. This is the Spotlight palette in Pearl. I have dips in this. Also, you're just going to have to ignore how disgustingly gross this is. But it looks like this. And to me, that doesn't look any different to when I started. I don't know how. I've used this again 20 times, so I don't know. Yeah, I have a feeling this one might be in for a while as well, and I actually thought it was not going to be in that long. But that's fine. You know, it's a really, really nice highlight. I mixed the two here. I didn't use the middle one, but I mixed these two here. And my goal for this was just to hit pan on both of them. Who knows when that will be? Who knows? But that will be staying in as well. Okay, next is this, and this is the MAC Brave lipstick. And I love this lipstick. Love it. It's one of my favourite lipsticks. But because I'm focusing on it, I'm like, right, can this just be done now already? Because I feel like I've been working on it for a long time. Again, this was October, and in October it started off in a place where I didn't have a lot left, so I don't know why it's taking me so long, but this is where we're at now. Now, I haven't seen the pictures of what it was like when I started this, but I feel like it doesn't even look like it's moved. I might be really surprised when I edit this and be like, actually, you know what, that's moved quite a lot. I used this 28 times this month. Now, that is reapplying as well. I do take into account that, but 28 times, and I feel like I've not got anywhere with it. I'm obviously going to be keeping it in because my goal for this is to completely use it up. And when I say completely use it up, I'm going to get to this point here and then that will be it. I love, like I said, I love this lipstick. I still do. It's still a really, really nice pink, but I'm just ready to see this go. I'm at that point with that. I mean, I will repurchase it again in the future. I just have so many lipsticks right now that I need to be working through. And I have some older than this, but I had really good progress on this. So I think I'm going to be working on some ones that are a bit older in my collection in this project. But I will keep this in until we finished it. But 28 isn't bad. I'm happy with that. Okay, I did actually have another lipstick in here, and this was the Elizabeth Arden Rose one. I have actually decluttered that because it started to smell weird and I'm not putting that on. Now that lipstick was very, very old. I've thrown that away now and I'm going to be rolling something else in for that. Next one we have is this, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and this is done. With setting sprays, I'm trying to find my setting spray that I really, really like. And I know everyone raves about this, but for me, I wasn't wowed by it. And this was just a little mini, and I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's done. I used this 20 times, and yep, so we'll be rolling something else in for this. We then have this, and this is the Ted Baker body spray. So we started here, and we're now here. This is so difficult, I think, sometimes to try and show, but we have made really good progress on this. This I usually, when I get changed in the morning, I will spray it on me. And then when I'm doing my makeup, I'll spray it on me as well. And then sometimes throughout the day, if I am coming into my bedroom for whatever reason, I will try and purposely use this. I used this 32 times. I was umming and ahhing about whether I was actually going to put a body spray in here because I was like, am I even going to use it? Like, I'm not sure. I used it 32 times and I'm pretty sure by the next update this will be done. So really impressed with myself on this. And I have so many kind of little minis of body sprays that I know I will get through them now that I'm putting them in these projects. So yes, we'll keep this in until the next one. And last but no means least, what was in this project was this. And this is the Natura Seberica Organic Certified Instant Glow Face Mask. We was here, and looking at this, we're still there. I don't know how, if I'm honest. It looks like there's a little bit of space here, but I don't know. I don't know how we're still there. And I use this 5 times. I only mask twice a week, and sometimes I like to just use a sheet mask. This might be in for a while, I don't know. I am using it, and I don't dislike it. It's like a yogurt consistency, and it makes my skin really smooth after I've washed it off. So I do like it, but I'm just surprised that we're still here. This is the kind of one of those products that I think are making me a little bit disheartened. We'll just see where we're at in the next update, and hopefully we'll have somewhere else where we can mark it. But I wouldn't feel confident on marking it anywhere else at the minute because I can't see through it and I don't know where we're at. And when I look, we still look like we're here. So we'll keep this in. Like I said, it's going to be one of those products that might be in for a bit longer because I don't use it every single day. Okay, so that was my first bit of the update. What I'm going to be doing now is showing you the stuff I'm going to be rolling in for the stuff I have emptied. Starting off for the primer, I'm going to be adding in another primer because like I said, I've got quite a few primers. And I don't know whether this is cheating, I don't know. But I'm going to be adding in this, and this is the Professional by Benefit, but this is literally a little 3ml. I want to try and work through some of my minis at the moment because I get quite a few through subscription boxes, and I used to have a full size of this. This is one of those products that is like a cult classic. Everyone seems to love it. And I don't mind it. You know, like I said, I had a full size of it before and I went through that. However, these little minis can be very deceiving because when you look at it, you're thinking, that's not going to take long to do. I've had a mini of this before and it took months to get through it because you don't need a lot of this. So I only put this like in like my T-zone area. That's where I put it, where my pores are. I don't know, but I'm going to put this one in and we will see where we're at in the next update. So that is my first one. Okay, so for the next one, for the foundation, I'm going to be putting in another foundation and I'm going to be putting in this. And this is the Kiko Milano Ocean Feel Fluid Foundation SPF 30. I'm putting this one in because I bought it the same time I bought the other one. The other one was the oldest one in my collection, so this one's quite old as well. And with it having SPF, usually they say to try and use up products with SPF in first. I'm really sorry because this packaging is really reflective, but this is where we're at the moment. Now, as you can see, this, you can't see through this packaging. So what I did was I took the lid off and I kind of like pressed and I got to this point here and then product started to come out. So I've just marked it that that's where we're at. I tested this the other day to see whether this was something I wanted like to put in this project. And this is a really, really nice foundation. It's going to be perfect for the springtime as well, which we're coming into. So I wanted to put this one in anyway, but it's just even better when it's nice. That is going to be the next thing I'm rolling in. For the bronzer that I've hit pan on, I'm going to be putting in another bronzer, and this you will have seen before, and I'm putting in the Hoola bronzer. Now I already have pan in this. I'm putting this in because, again, similar to the MAC blush, I've had this the same amount of time as the MAC blush, and I think this year will most probably be the last year I would feel comfortable wearing this on my face. I want to try and make as much progress I can on this, and it would be even better if I could finish it so I'm not wasting product. And I watched Catch Up with Kay, and she had this in her project last year, and she tore the sides off of this to get to the product. I think I'm going to do that because it's a really, really smart idea. So I'm going to try and do that just so I can get to the product a little bit more, because I don't want to waste it. It is a nice product. Again, I have to be really, really gentle with it because it is pretty pigmented and I have fair skin. I want to try and use this and see where we can get with it. And if I feel like at some point throughout this project that I'm just kind of done with this and I don't want to be using it, then we'll roll it out. But for now, I want to try and make some more progress on this, because like I said, this is the last year this will be in my collection. Okay, so for the lipstick, I'm going to be putting in this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter in 1 Pale. Now, I use this every day. Every single day I do my makeup. So I thought this was the best time to put this in, and I want to use it up. So as you can see, I've got a lot of pan in this. With this powder, it is so powdery that there's so much product that comes off. So it didn't take too long to hit pan, and as you can see, the pan is massive now. Now I'm having to use a different brush now because I wasn't getting any product when I was using my bigger brush. I'm hopeful that I can finish this year. It's a beautiful powder. It really, really is. When they say it blurs your skin, it makes it look like it's got a filter on, it really, really does. But I've heard there's a number 7 one that does something similar to that at a fraction of the price, because this is expensive. But if it doesn't, I will most probably buy this in the future because it is really, really nice. But I'm going to be putting that in place of the lipstick. And last but no means least, I'm going to be putting in another setting spray. I've got quite a few, considering I'm not a huge fan of setting sprays, but we have this, and this is the Candy Cosmetics Pre-Glow Mist. So it looks like this, and it looks like nothing. Then you shake it, and it looks like this, and it's like a dupe, I think, for the iconic London one. Now, what I will say with this, I hate the way that this comes out, because when you go to spray it, this bit at the top here moves. So like you think you've got it in place, and then it moves to like the other side, so it doesn't even spray on your face. So I think what I'm going to do is decant it into a smaller bottle that I know the spray works well on, and I'm just going to measure it that way. Now, we are here on it, so we do have quite a bit to get through. This might last me maybe 3 or 4 months, who knows, but we shall see. But I'm not a huge fan of this, if I'm honest. When you spray it, it gets glitter everywhere. So when I filmed a video before, after I'd sprayed this, I noticed I had glitter all over my dress. Luckily, it didn't look too bad, because it had looked like that was what the dress was meant to look like, but it wasn't. So if you start to see glittery tops and glittery stuff, it's not meant to be glittery, it's this. I just want to get this out of my collection. I got this in a rocker box. I'm just ready to start working through some of my setting sprays now, so that is that. So that was everything for my first update. I'm so happy that I managed to hit my goal on 4 products. Like I said, I did focus on quite a lot of my project pan stuff in January, so I was really, really happy with that, and hopefully we can start to see some progress as the months go on other stuff as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And I would love to know below what you think. How long does it take for you to reach your goals? Are you the type of person similar to me where you focus quite a lot on your project kind of stuff, and maybe the rest of your collection only do it on a weekend? I would love to know below how you do it all. The second update for this will be around the same time next month, so please stick around to see that. Thank you for coming by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.